Hello everyone, so today we are going to be making a macrame or hemp bracelet. So to get started, we are first going to need some hemp cord. You can also make this with just like regular string or yarn. Going to need some beads, which wood beads always look best with the hemp, but again, you can choose whatever kind of beads you want. And then you're also going to need some tape so that we can tape this down while we work on it, and a pair of scissors. So the very first thing we're going to want to do is take our hemp cord, and we want to cut 2 strands. The first one, we want double the size of our wrist plus about 3 inches or so. So, about my wrist. And I'm going to cut it right there. Okay, so again, this is just one piece. I'm going to put that aside. And then we have a second piece that we're going to want to make roughly double the length of our arm span. So this one is going to be a pretty long piece, but that's okay. The reason we need the second piece longer is because it's going to go, it's going to be the pieces that are making the knots. So we want them longer just to be on the safe side for when we start knotting them. All right, so you should have 2 pieces, one that's short and one that is long. An arm span might be too long, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to hold them in the middle, and we're going to put those middles together. And if you can fit the smaller one or the shorter one inside the bigger one, it'll be even better. And then we want about an inch or so, and we are going to knot it. So just doing a regular knot. But we want that knot to sit at roughly an inch. All right, once you have it knotted, you're going to want to grab a piece of tape, and we're going to put it on those loops. We are actually put it just right below the knot, and tape it down to the surface. So now we have our strings. We need to get started on the knots. Zoom in here. All right, so to get started, we want our 2 shorter strings. We want them in the middle, and then the long ones on the outside. So go ahead and kind of put those outside pieces to the side and have your shorter pieces in the middle. So the first thing we're going to do is start on a side that's comfortable. I recommend the right, especially if you're right-handed. And we're going to make a 4 shape. So you're going to take the string and put it over top of the 2 on the middle. And if you want to hold it down with your finger, it makes things a little bit easier when you're getting started. Then you're going to take the string on the left. You're going to go over top that right string. So this one's on top. And then you're going to bring it under and through that middle of that 4 shape that we made. And then holding on to the middle strings, I'm going to grab the edges of the outside strings and pull tightly. And that is our first knot. This knot is called a square knot. Now, if you look closely, let's see if I can zoom, you'll notice that there's like a little lip here, or a little ledge, where you can see it, kind of where that went under. What this signifies is where we are going to start the next time we start looping. Let me zoom back out real quick. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So again, starting on this side, because we have the little bump here, we're going to now take the outside string on the left and make a backwards 4. So go over the middle strings. And then the string on the right is going to go over the top of that left string. So over the top. And then we want to bring it, oops, try and grab these middle strings. I'm going to bring that and put it under and through the middle of that backwards 4. Pull it through, and again, holding the middle too tightly, I'm going to pull those outside strings like that. Now if you notice, and I'll zoom in again, we now have that bump on the right side, right there on the right. So that means we start on the right side. So again, grab the string on the outside, make a 4 or a P. I guess it is more of a P shape, isn't it? I've always been taught it's a 4. You make like a 4. There we go. 4. On the left, goes over the top of that right string, and then under all of them and through the middle of that P or 4 shape. Pull it through and pull it tightly. And now that bump is on the left side. So which way do we start on? The left. So make that backwards 4, backwards P. Right string goes over and under and through the middle of that P. Backwards P. Grab those outside strings, and while holding down the middle ones, pull tightly. And you're going to continue that until you get up to a point where you want to put a bead. Now, the reason why we're going back and forth is to keep this straight because of where we're putting those knots. If we were to continue, and we had just done this side, if we continue to just keep going on this side, keep starting it on this side, it's actually going to start to turn and create like a twist. So that is actually a different, completely different look. So it's completely up to you. If you want it to twist, just continue to do it on the same side. If you're wanting to keep it straight, you want to alternate based on where that bump out is. Now for putting on a bead, it's as simple as putting on a bead. So you'll want to put it though in the very middle. So we're going to take those 2 middle short strings and we're going to feed them through our bead. So just make sure you get both of them on there. There we go. And then put it all the way up to the top. And then to continue on, we just continue our knots here, but we just kind of go around the bead. So we're going to make that P shaped. Left goes over the right, and then under and through that P, and pull tight. As you can see, as you pull tight, it brings those outside ones around the edge of the bead, but creates that knot underneath. So then again, backwards P, bring the right down over the left string and under through the middle of the backwards P and pull tightly. And that is how you get started on the bracelet. I'm going to go ahead and continue this on. If you need to go back and rewatch how to go ahead and do that, that knot, go ahead and do that. And I will come back and show you how to finish this off. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, so to finish this off, we are going to take one of our big beads again and put it through, put your string in the middles through. And we are going to basically tie it off. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a string from the middle on each side, and I'm just going to do a regular knot. I'm just going to do another knot. Basically, I'm just tying this off. Make sure it's really tight. Okay, so that's what we have. And then using our scissors, we're just going to cut those tails off. All right, so now we have our bracelet. And using the loops that we made at the very beginning, that's where we are going to put that big bead we put at the end. We're going to just put it right through there. Might need a second hand. So once you pull that through, it kind of holds it together. And there you have it. I probably should have made mine just a little bit bigger, little tight on my wrist, but that's okay. And there you have a macrame or hemp bracelet. All right, everyone, thank you so much, and we will see you next time.